Well, I would share it on Facebook, but apparently I didn't check to see, and it's not connected. But fuck it. Everything else is, so let's fucking do it.
And this is Kentucky Hot Brown Boys.
Now, I just want to say this.
Before we even start, I want everyone to know that I'm fucking sick, and it was probably because of dirty ass hoes like you coming in here with your communicable diseases.
Yeah, so I'm not feeling sick or anything, but I ate at TGI Fridays and ate a fuck ton of meat, and I'm getting the meat sweats. So anyway, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to this week's edition of the Kentucky Hot Brown Boys. I'm your host, Jerry Saylor, a.k.a. the TGI Friday Ribs and Chicken Wing Master. Earned that title tonight. In the studio with me tonight, the gentleman from Wasted Away. We've got Dalton, and you play the drums.
Yes, I do.
You beat the hell out of them fucking skins, man.
Yes, I do.
Do a hell of a job. And the man behind the voice,
Hello.
Mr. Dakota.
Hello.
What's going on with you, man?
Oh, just chilling. Nothing much. Nothing much.
Right on. So, to give everybody a little bit of a backstory here, it's been like a month, longer than a month, probably like 2 months ago, in the middle of summer. I'm sitting in my house, and you know, I hear like music coming from outside, and I'm like, well, I shouldn't say I heard music. I heard something. I heard some kind of noise. It was very muffled. I couldn't really tell what it was, but I knew it was not normal for this neighborhood, for me to hear it anyway. So I walk outside, and I'm like, holy shit, somebody's fucking rocking out. And I heard the drums first, and I was like, yeah, somebody's getting it over there. And then I heard, you know, the guitars and everything, and eventually the vocals, and I was like, holy shit, this is fucking awesome. There's a fucking band that is playing right behind my house. I could sit outside and listen to this shit all fucking day. It was great. So I think I'd posted, no, somebody else had posted something in like the neighborhood Facebook group about, you know, I can't even fucking remember. I can't remember if somebody else posted something or if I had posted something, but somebody had commented like, they need to be quiet. We're trying to work from home. And I was just like, well, you know, technically they're working from home too. And that just kind of like snowballed into where we're at today.
Now we're here.
Essentially, yeah. So let's see, it was what, 2 weeks ago? You guys had your show that I came to?
The 29th, yeah.
Yeah, so it was like 2 weeks ago. I told you, I
Fun
was
show.
like, man, I got to come hear you guys play. I'm sick of listening through the now closed window because
Yeah, we had
some
to close
people are
it.
bitches. Yeah.
Yeah, cops called and shit.
Yeah. Did they show up like, hey, look, you know, we got a noise complaint? Or like, what happened with that?
So we were going to run through our set closer, Nuisance, and we were going to play through it one more time. We had enough time before we had to leave. And then Kaylee's like, hey, I don't think we're going to run through that song again. There's a cop outside. And like we see the cop walking around like the back window, the one that we had open.
Right.
And he's just looking at us from the outside in. So then we opened the door, and he was like, you know, you sound good. I could hear you from 2 or 3 streets over, because he was trying to find us
Right.
at first, and it was like 2 or 3 streets over. But he was like, it probably wouldn't be that bad if you just close the window. So maybe just from now on, close the window, maybe turn a fan on if it gets too hot. And I was like, all right, that's fine. So he was super nice about it, but yeah, we got the cops called. It's about time. I'm happy.
Did we ever figure out who it was?
We have suspicions.
I have my suspicions
I think
as
it's
well.
the person who also made the comment, I would assume.
About working at home, yeah.
Yeah.
I would think.
I don't want to drop the name, but
Yeah.
I'll tell you afterwards. I know exactly who it is.
Oh, I know who it is too. Yeah, yeah. I've had I don't want to say problems out of her before, but I've definitely had some run-ins. We'll say,
Yeah.
at least one.
Yeah, I mean, like, it's nothing new. We've been practicing there for the last.
It's been a year now.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's been about a year.
How did it take me so long to fucking hear you guys?
The day you made the post was the first day we opened the window.
I was gonna say it had to be the window. Had to
Literally,
be.
we never open it, and
Yeah.
then the one day we were like, let's get some fresh air.
That
bunch of shit goes down.
all downhill from there. It's just a damn shame, man. Like I looked forward to that,
Mm-hmm.
you know. And then like I saw you guys have posted, you know, somebody called the cops on you, blah blah.
Yeah.
And I was like, well, fuck, man, that's gonna ruin my Monday afternoons now. What the fuck am I gonna do when my kids are sleeping? You know, I have to sit outside by myself and just not listen to anything.
Mm-hmm. I get you.
That's crazy, though.
Yeah.
I can't believe somebody like actually like called the cops. Like I could understand if you guys were like, you know, outside and just fucking going at it, you know.
Mhm.
But like you're in
It was a free show.
Yeah, you're in a private residence. You know, it wasn't that loud. I didn't think. And honestly, it could have been like way louder. But I just don't see why people got to be dicks like that. It's
I mean,
bullshit.
it's not like we were doing it at like 8 p.m. or anything.
Yeah, it's the middle of the
noon.
fucking day.
Yeah, it was like noon, 1-ish.
Yeah, that's just
Yeah, I don't know.
that's just dumb.
It is what it is, though. Now we
Yeah.
close the window. Actually, our setup's in a whole different room away from any windows.
I was gonna
so-
say when I was over there the other day, your mom was like, "Yeah, this is the room they used to practice in."
Yeah, did you see the window?
Yeah,
Yeah, okay.
I was
yeah.
I was right there, and I was just like, "Man, that window's shut forever."
Yep.
Sad.
Now we practice where there's no windows and
Sad in there.
yeah, I
all-
know. There's no sunlight. The original. That's not the original practice space.
Yeah.
That's the second practice space.
Hey,
We've been through like 4.
if push comes to shove, you guys need a place to practice, man. You can practice right on my back deck, but you have to
Appreciate it.
practice at volume like 12,
Yeah.
We gotta get that amp fixed first.
Fucking tell me about
and
it.
it's got to be at midnight
Yes.
every night, Monday through Friday. You can take the
Mhm.
weekends off.
All right, I'm about it. I'm about it.
I'm all for that. That'd be great. Or we could do my front yard because I'm
Yeah.
pretty sure the person who called the cops lives in front of me, so that'd be even better.
Hey, free show.
Or I tell you, we'll rent a trailer
Mm-hmm.
and we'll just park it right in front of her house. I'm all for that too.
I like that. I like that.
So one of the things I like to do here,
Mhm.
kind of, I know we've already kind of broke the ice, kind of broke it up a little bit here, but oh, Dan Crusader, this my buddy lives out in Anaheim, California,
Hello.
and he says Numb on the inside was a dope CD. I checked it out on Jerry's advice.
Hell yeah, appreciate that.
See, there
Thank you so
go.
much.
But yeah, one of the things I like to do here, kind of break up the monotony, break the ice a little bit here. If you guys look behind you over there, I like to call that the question tree.
Oh shit.
On each one of those is a different question. If you guys don't mind, each of you go pick 3 at random.
3? All
3,
right.
yes. Don't look at them. Don't read them. Just pick out 3 and hand them to me. This is going to be good. I think I got a wide shot somewhere here. Nope.
I'm gonna switch it up.
Well, I thought I had a wide shot, but I do not. Or nope. Damn it.
Don't look at your questions yet.
Can't find my wide shot. I guess I got rid of it. Doesn't matter. Okay. All right.
No, what do you? Do we have to look at the questions?
No, you guys don't look at them at all.
Okay,
You
okay.
hand them to me.
My bad on that one.
Did you
Dalton.
mix them up?
Ah, fuck. Was I not supposed to?
It doesn't matter.
Okay.
I'm just going to take
I think
the
I
top.
just stacked them.
I'm going to take the top 3. Who wants to go first?
Dalton does.
Dalton?
I do.
I think the bottom was your stack, so we'll go with there. Now, I will say this. There is one question on the question tree that's really fucking morbid, and
Okay.
I am dreading.
I hope I get it.
I'm dreading the day that somebody gets it because it's not like super fucked up,
Uh-huh.
but it's not something I would want to think about
Okay,
a whole
okay,
lot,
okay.
especially being put on the spot.
Uh-huh.
So if you guys get it, I'm sorry.
It's fine.
You can skip it if you want, but
If you get it, I'll answer it if you don't want it.
Okay.
Yeah,
let's
fuck
see.
it.
Uh-oh.
Let's see what's up.
Well, Dalton, you got lucky because for whatever reason, there's a blank one. Unless,
Oh,
I don't
Go
know.
pick another.
easy skip.
Go pick another.
Damn it.
Yeah,
Go pick another.
you can pick another one, or you can just take the bye. Either way.
Yeah, right. Then you're definitely answering the morbid one.
Oh. Let's see. Okay, here we go. Oh, well, that's a really fucking broad question there. Okay, these aren't too bad. We'll do that one last.
Famous last words.
Yeah, pretty much. All right. Of the people in this room, who would you feel most comfortable with naked?
Probably Dakota.
Let's go.
Have you guys ever seen each other naked before?
I don't think so.
How long have you guys known each other?
So
Kindergarten?
yeah, we actually
And you guys haven't seen each other naked at all? You know each other that long?
we didn't know. We're kind of related in a sense.
Oh,
And we
okay.
didn't know at the time. We actually like met on the bus, and I was like, we what, 4th grade, 5th grade,
I think it was earlier than that.
3rd, 2nd, something like that, really early on. And I was like, oh yeah, I'm going to my uncle's house for this get together. He's like, oh, I'm going to my uncle's house, and then I saw him at the fucking thing, and I was like,
so you guys are
wait
like
a minute.
cousins, right?
yeah. So we're
That's
all
cool.
tied together. in
My
some
uncle
way.
is married to his aunt.
Yeah.
Is-
Okay.
Yeah, but no, haven't seen each other naked, I don't think.
Hey, if it makes you feel better, I've never seen you guys naked either. So, you know. But okay, that was question number 1. Dalton for 200 points.
Ooh.
Would you rather be famous when you are alive and forgotten when you die, or unknown while you're alive but famous after you die?
I'd probably want to be famous while I'm alive, because
Yeah.
You get to enjoy it, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
who fucking cares after you're dead?
That's true.
Yeah.
See, I always thought I would want to be famous while I was alive, but I think I'd rather be famous after I'm dead. Because, something like, the legacy lives on kind of thing. you know?
Yeah. I can see that.
Like, I
can
don't
see
want to
that.
be forgotten. Does that sound like total pussy?
Well, I feel like I don't know. It's hard to judge because, like, I feel like after X amount of years, everyone's gonna kind of be forgotten.
Everybody.
So it's
that's
like
the sad thing.
yeah, literally,
You know,
literally.
like think about all the billions of people who've lived before us. You can think about them, but you can't tell me their fucking name. Can't tell me what they look like. They're fucking forgotten.
Literally.
I
Yeah.
can name a billion. John Smith.
Yeah,
Sounds-
that's true. That's true. But what do they look like? Does he look like a bitch?
I'm sure at least one John Smith looks like a bitch.
I hope you got that reference. Did you get that reference?
Yeah.
Okay,
Don't
I
ask
know
me.
I
Don't
know
ask
you would.
me.
Yeah.
I don't know shit.
We got somebody on here.
It's
7.
Aiden,
Oh,
our
I'm
boy
glad,
Aiden.
I'm glad you know who it is. I have no clue.
He's a cutie.
Let's see. All right, now this question here, it's kind of, I guess you could call it like a 2-part question, but we're just going to keep it plain and simple. Okay?
All right.
Truth
Oh shit.
or dare?
I'll take it there.
Take a dare. That's it. I have no dare for you. I don't have anything fucking
shit.
prepared.
This man got 2 buys.
Well, I mean, I don't want to pull out the rule book or anything, but I mean, I asked truth or dare. He answered
You got a
his
point there.
choice.
You got a point
know.
there.
If I had remembered that the truth or dare card was up there, I probably would have had a stack of truth or dares ready to go. But,
That's funny.
I like the way you think though. Dare, you got to live dangerously, right?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Got to.
I would have picked there for sure.
Yeah, because nobody really wants to talk about the truth.
Yeah. Especially on a podcast.
That's
Who wants to fucking talk?
Shit's out there forever, man.
Literally.
All right, so read what you got here.
Oh god. I got the morbid one?
No,
Fuck.
you didn't.
All
get
right,
it.
that's fine.
Dude, I'm really worried.
Really?
Yeah, because
I just want to see what it is.
I know that horrible fucking question's gonna come up.
Can I see what it is after the podcast?
I don't even know which one it is, but yeah, I'll tell you what it is after
Okay,
the
cool, cool,
podcast. I don't want to give it out on air.
Yeah.
I gotta keep these bitches tuning in. But, okay, yeah, these are decent, good ones here. Well, we got a couple other things here.
It's your girlfriend, Dalton.
Yeah.
Going too easy with Dalton. Did I go?
Yeah.
Did you think I went too easy on you?
I mean, I'm fine.
It has been a lot worse, I can tell you that. Okay. Yours are actually kind of interesting. I think you'll enjoy talking about these.
All right, cool.
What about the opposite sex confuses you the most?
Confuses me the most?
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean,
I know this is hard for you. I know you got your lady friend sitting
oh yeah, I mean that's fine.
within smacking distance. So if
I'm ready. I don't know. I mean, it's not something that they do, but periods kind of fucking weird me out and confuse me a little bit.
how do they confuse you?
'Cause I get it. I understand what it is, but whenever I hear it's an egg, whatever with the uterine wall and the
Right.
innards of it all, I get queasy. But I wouldn't say anything really confuses me all that much.
It's got to be something.
I feel like they think more critically quicker, and I feel like I don't understand how. Like, I just want to do dumb shit all the time. Like, I say dumb shit all the time, and she looks at me like I'm fucking crazy. But
I'll tell you what confuses me the most about women is how they never know where the fuck they want to eat at. They never fucking know. My wife could come up to me and be like, honey, I am fucking starving. Let's go get something to eat. And I could say, well, where do you want to eat? I don't know. And it goes on like that until we're literally in the car. And I'm like, look, I'm driving to one of two places, and you better fucking pick right now.
yeah, if I have...
That's usually how it goes. Oh, that's probably the headphones, if you can't hear me.
There we go.
They should be tied in a knot, but they may have been unknotted and then
We're
came
good.
unplugged.
I mean, yeah, a lot of it's like, we don't really have like the, where do you want to eat? It's like we have 4 places we really want to go. Which of those 4 do we want to go to the most?
Right.
So then that's the conversation. Because I'm like, some days I'm feeling pork chops. She might not be, but that's the only thing really I can think of off rip.
Fair enough. Moving along here. Oh no, this is a good one here.
All right, let's go.
This is one you're going to want to play back for your parents. What's the weirdest thing you've ever thought about while touching yourself? Hentai doesn't count.
I don't get the appeal with hentai.
Me either. I'm not a big like anime. I don't like the art. You know.
Yeah, I'm not huge on anime.
Yeah.
I don't know. I have no clue.
You ever watch midget porn?
No.
You know what? I got a treat for you guys.
Fuck.
God.
Now I've talked about this
This
video.
is about to be my answer.
I've talked about this video a lot, and while I'm not going to actually show it, yes, if you want to follow along at home, just type in milk and cereal.
Oh, I know this video.
E-fucked.
you know,
I know this video.
You know this video?
Yeah.
Is it like
if
on
you
the?
Were, if you were closer, I'd high five you. But I definitely want to get Dakota's reaction
Oh
on this.
Jesus
here.
Christ! What is this? I don't like the sound.
Oh, just wait. There you go.
It looks like a belly button.
It looks like a mouth.
Yeah.
Why do you know this video?
Because it's one of the greatest fucking videos ever made.
'Cause I went to middle school. What do you mean?
That beat goes hard.
Now,
Sorry, I'm gonna hit your head.
just to describe what's going on here to the folks at home,
Do you feel it?
A little bit.
Miss Roxy Ray has got her butthole opened up. I'd say a good 4 to 5 inches. She's got the Fruit Loops poured in.
Why didn't you get any of these fucking questions?
She's got the vanilla almond milk going in the butthole right now.
Is the cereal floating?
Yes.
Organic.
Yeah, it's all organic, man.
It's like a volcano. Like a
Yeah.
fruit loop volcano.
Now, as weird as that may seem, it's not over with yet.
Oh Jesus fuck!
What do you do with cereal?
Are we allowed to do
You eat it, right?
Ew.
Oh yeah. There you go.
What's my last question?
I bet,
What is this next one gonna be? I can only imagine.
I bet you never expected this, did you?
Mike, do you want some?
Yeah. I'll go ahead and turn that off. Oh, look, we got some porn popping up here. That's what I get for going to E-fucked. But yeah. Let's see. Who is Jennifer Brooks?
My mom.
Oh, that's your mom.
Yeah. Hi,
Hey.
mom.
Hi, Mom. Make sure you Google
Jesus
milk
fuck.
and cereal E-fucked and check that video out. We just watched that. So yeah, I don't answer you for not really answering that one. But this one's not too bad.
Thank
This one's actually really good.
Okay. Cool.
Hi, Mom. Would you rather be a clown who distracts the bull or the cowboy who rides the bull?
Is that like a metaphor, or like is that like a general like?
Just like
I don't know. I feel like I'd rather not be ran at, so I feel like I'd be the cowboy.
you'd rather be the cowboy.
Yeah.
And get like thrown off and
Yeah,
have
that's
your,
fine.
Have your neck broke.
Yeah, as long as I'm not getting
Haven't you
ran
ever
at.
seen the movie 8 Seconds, man, with Luke Perry? Come on. You probably weren't even born when that fucking movie came out.
I wouldn't. I
think so.
probably haven't seen it either.
I saw that shit in theaters with my sister. Good flick. Not bad.
My mom's laughing.
Jesus Christ, Jerry sounds like a boot in mud, only wetter.
Could they hear the
Oh.
audio?
Oh yeah.
Sorry, Mom.
Yeah, they could definitely hear it. For a second, I was like, I sound muddy, like a boot in mud, but no. He was talking about the video. Roxy Ray, bless her heart. She was in a bad car wreck about a year ago. Fucked her shit all up.
God damn.
She's getting back in the business though. Don't worry about it. But yeah, that was it. That was all 3 questions.
Cool,
Man. You did
cool.
good. You
Thanks,
did good. Speaking of your mom, I was really surprised that your mom was as supportive as she was when I met her at the show.
She's the best.
Yeah, she seems like a really cool mom.
Yeah, she's super supportive. I'm just terrified when like shows start getting bigger, and
Right.
because I don't want her anywhere near the pit. Like I didn't want her near the pit for the 29th because
She was in there, man, throwing
I know,
bows.
I was
seen
stressed.
her, man. Yeah.
I was stressed.
Your mom seems like she's pretty cool. I think she could handle herself. I don't think nobody would, try
Yeah,
to
no
fuck
one
her
would.
up in there.
No one would do anything, but like
Nothing
there
on
are some
purpose.
like with it depends on the show at Legends. I feel like because I know of 2 shows recently at Legends that have ended with like fist fights. One person had a concussion and shit like that.
Oh, damn.
Yeah, they like really throw down in the pit for some of these shows, and I didn't want that involved with
Right.
like her or anything like that.
Now, like as a band, when a show ends in like a fist fight and somebody getting knocked the fuck out or just anything like that, when you're up on stage, you're like, I'm gonna see the fucking pit.
Yeah,
Fucking just tear this place fucking down, and then some shit like that happens. How cool is that? Or is it more like, oh my god, like shouldn't have done that?
I'm cool. I don't know about you, Dalton, but like I'm cool with like the pushing pits and like swinging a little bit, but like don't full on fight. If you're gonna do that, just get away from the pit.
Take it outside.
Yeah,
pretty
like
much.
don't. Yeah, not in Legends, especially with like they've already had so much fucking shit with people fighting and
Right.
just any venue. It fucking sucks. But like pushing and shit, there's like I've come to find out there's 2 separate pits. There's like a hardcore pit where people are like kind of just doing their own thing, but there's a lot of people doing their own thing,
Right.
and then there's like the heavy metal pits where everyone's like bumping, like moshing,
Trying to
yeah, and like
run into each other and stuff.
those
like
are
that,
my
yeah.
favorite, but they can definitely get really fucky really quick.
Oh yeah.
So, what about
Yeah.
you? You more of a push guy or your own thing kind of guy?
I mean, I'm just waiting for us to have a wall of death in Legends.
Dude, when we have a wall of death, that's it. That's gonna be game over. I want one so bad.
I hate to admit this, but I've only been in one mosh pit my entire life. I try to avoid them because when I go to a show, I want to enjoy the show.
Mm-hmm.
Unless like I get dragged to a show and I don't want to fucking be there in the first place. And maybe I had a little too much to drink.
Yeah.
And then it's just like fuck it, game's on. But yeah, I've only been in like one, like legit, well, I should say this. I only willingly got into a mosh pit one time in my entire life.
I love mosh pits so much.
It was all right. I was a little inebriated at the time
Mm-hmm.
when I got in. It was actually it was at Thompson House during Dope. You guys are
Thompson
familiar with
House.
Dope?
No, I'm not.
No, you need to get hip to them, man. They're pretty good.
I'll have to look
Probably-
into them.
Probably way before your time.
Okay,
we'll get
okay.
to that later though. But no, I was fucking hammered drunk. And Dope's a band that I couldn't tell you how many times I've fucking seen them.
Uh-huh.
So I was just like, fuck it, I'm gonna get in the fucking pit. I'm gonna fuck somebody up. I'm drunk as fuck. So I fucking jump in. Bam! Next thing I know, my buddies are picking me up. Like, man, you did fucking great out there. And I'm like, what? What's going on? Yeah. So
Do you know the band Attila?
I've heard the name. Yeah.
Okay, so the craziest pit, actually the craziest wall of death I've been a part of was at Warped Tour, and it was me and 2 friends who I don't really talk to anymore. We all went to a Warped Tour together, and I tried to convince both of them to go down to the pit because I knew Attila's pit there would be a wall of death because they go fucking crazy.
Right.
And I convinced one of them, and the other one was like, "No, I'm just gonna stay back." I was like, "All right, whatever." So we go into the pit, and then Franz from Attila's like, "When I do this, you all know what that means," because he can't say mosh because they'll get sued or whatever. So he's like,
Yeah.
"When I say this, you know what that means." He starts doing this. My friend's like, "Well, what does that mean?" And the wall is splitting, and we are on the front line of the split.
Oh wow.
And I was like, "My man, I got to be real with you. We have no way out at this point." I was like,
shit's about to get real.
I'm excited for it, but he is like 6'2", He is not into metal at all. I just kind of drug him out there. He likes some of the bands, but like he's not into
Right.
like the heavier shit. And I was like, my man, when they say 3, you have to run. You have to run and slam into those other people. I was like, there's no stopping it.
Like
And he was like, I don't think I want to do that. And then they're like, 3, 2, and I was like, we gotta go. And then we fucking bolted, and it was fun. It was a good show. I just love a good pit. So good.
ain't nothing wrong with a good pit. Now, do you guys know the band Mindless Self-Indulgence?
It sounds like something
I
up
think
your
I've
alley.
heard of them. Yeah.
They're kind of like they're not heavy by any means at all, and they're very like electronic, kind of techno-y dance.
Okay.
A little bit of rock.
Mm-hmm.
Lots of gay and homosexual overtones in the music, stuff like that. Not something you would expect to be,
Mm-hmm.
really violent. But the absolute worst crowd, pit, whatever you want to fucking call it, I've ever been in was Mindless Self-Indulgence. I lost my shoe. Like, I didn't, like, lose it, but, like, everybody just started. It was like what happened at that fucking festival thing, like the crowd surge or whatever.
Oh, Astroworld?
Yeah,
yeah,
that's
yeah.
what it was.
Fucked.
Like, the crowd just started fucking, like, you couldn't walk, you couldn't, I just stood there. Like, I'm a big ass fucking dude, and for me to just, like, feel like I'm floating across the floor because everybody's pushing,
That's crazy.
it's kind of fucking nuts. Well, I tried to, like, stand my ground, like, I had my feet planted, and I was like, I'm not gonna fucking move. Well, somebody stepped on my foot, and then everybody pushed, and I lost my shoe. Now, it might sound kind of brutal, but it really wasn't, because it's like 13, 14-year-old twinks out there, and they just, like, all got together and decided they were going to push, and that's how it happened.
Damn.
So once I caught my footing again, I was like, fuck this, I ain't finishing this show without a shoe. And I, like, fucking hulked out and found my shoe. And fucking
Damn.
bodies flying and shit. I was just like, yeah, get my fucking shoe, motherfucker. Damn.
I crowd surfed
Yeah.
one time and I dropped my phone. And yeah, I had like khaki shorts on so that they weren't like the tightest of pockets.
Right.
And I look over and this girl is like, hey, I have your phone. And I was like, throw it. And I caught it and I got it.
That was going to be my next question. Did
Yeah.
you catch it?
It was stressful.
I couldn't imagine losing my phone at a show like that.
Yeah.
Oh,
no,
yeah.
There's no getting it back. Had she
Yeah.
not been as nice as she was, it'd be gone.
Yeah. I think the craziest crowd I've been to was Kublai Khan with you.
Oh yeah? That show was insane.
Yeah.
Were you in there in the bathroom with me when that guy was like talking about his broken ass nose?
No.
I went to the bathroom. So we went to Kublai Khan at Legends 2 months ago, maybe 3.
I think it was September.
Yeah, I think September. Went to go see Kublai Khan, and it was damn near sold out, I think. And I remember walking into the bathroom, and there was just blood everywhere. And I look at this guy, and there's like 3 guys helping him, and he's like, I think I broke my nose. I think I broke my nose. And I'm just like, fuck, all right. I was like, God damn, that's a whole lot of shit. And like, it was just a nightmare to be
This-
in
I
there.
can imagine.
This same crowd, my girlfriend got too drunk that night. Decided she wanted to stage dive and crowd surf. It went well for her the first 2 times, I think.
Uh-huh.
3rd time, we see her jump in, and then we see her feet go up, and they drop.
She said, "Yep, that was a good show." That's
And
funny.
And Dakota and I go in there, and Dakota comes back with her like 5 minutes later. And I'm surprised she didn't have a concussion that night, to be honest.
Yeah, if your feet are straight up in the air,
Yeah,
that's not a good sign.
yeah. It was a wild time.
Mm.
I want to crowd like that. When we get to that level, it's gonna be fucking bananas.
So, how long have you guys been a band? You guys have been in bands before, right? Well, you said you've known each other since kindergarten.
Yes. Wasted Away was made in 2019, but before that we went as a different band, and that was just a project between Dalton and I. We didn't have any other members.
Right.
We did that for about 2 years. We did an EP and a full length, but we never had members, so we didn't do any shows. And
Right.
when you don't do a show for a record that you release, you get no traction whatsoever. You
Right.
rely solely on like word of mouth shit.
Internet buzz.
Yeah, so like
Yeah.
for 2 years we did that,
Oh, wow.
and then we were like, it's time to start doing actual, like, if we're gonna get like we wanted to get some new members, a guitarist, bassist, and then we got those. And we're like, all right, well now we have a new sound. Let's just start fresh, and then
What did you guys sound like prior to Wasted Away?
it's so it was.
Do you guys have copies
Yeah,
of your stuff
I'll
still?
show you
I'll
after.
say I gotta
Yeah,
hear this. Yeah.
it's the instrumentals are pretty good. The vocals, garbage.
You hadn't fully blossomed yet as a
It
singer.
is a completely different person. it sounds weird.
He was
Um,
going for more of a deathcore growl than.
Yeah, a deathcore
okay.
growl with like hard rock riffs. It was, but
yeah.
um,
It's like listening to like Randy Blythe sing over AC/DC or some shit.
Pretty much.
pretty
Yeah.
fucking much.
Yeah,
So,
honestly, I'd probably fucking dig that because I like both Lamb of God and AC/DC. So
but then we started to do Wasted Away stuff in June of 2019, but didn't announce the official like name change until December.
right,
So I guess June is when like everyone kind of started to form Wasted Away.
right.
But Dalton's been doing music longer than I have with like drums and shit.
Yeah. I started guitar in 2nd grade, and I was never really any good at that.
I'm with you. I play and I'm fucking horrible.
I can do a couple, basic things, but nothing fancy. But in 6th grade, I was gonna join band in middle school, and I was gonna do percussion. So my guitar teacher was also like a drums teacher. He had his own whole music studio out right in front of the Independence Courthouse. Shout out Larry Hazelbaker. But
Where
know
at
you're
in front of
listening.
the
it
courthouse?
was right in front of the courthouse. That building right next to that old bank. It used to have
Next to the
a
old
little
bank.
guitar on top.
I didn't know that was. Where
Oh, okay. Yeah, it was like I thought it was like a music shop or something. It's
Yeah.
like across the street from it, right?
Yeah, it was
yeah,
lessons in a music shop.
Yeah.
Oh shit.
But yeah, I told him that, and he had been putting me on piano because like, if you can learn piano, you can learn guitar, right?
Right.
So he had been doing that, and then I told him I'm playing drums in band. So he tried me out on drums, and that was where it all went downhill from.
You realized you could keep a beat very well.
I guess so. I couldn't back then, but
You thought you could. And that's all. That's all that mattered. Yeah. So, how old were you when you said that happened?
that would have made me about 12.
12.
Yeah.
Wow. So 2nd grade guitar. 12. You picked up the drums.
Yeah.
Well, picked up the sticks rather.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
mean back then I wasn't doing double bass or anything yet. My first kit,
You got baby steps, man. Gotta have baby steps.
you
my
weren't
first
playing
kid-
Bleed.
no, I still can't play Bleed
Bleed by Soulfly.
by Meshuggah.
Oh,
Ah,
sugar. I
okay.
about said Pantera like a fucking idiot.
That sounds like a Pantera song. I mean, but yeah, I was playing a single bass kit. My first kit, I just had a hi-hat, a crash, snare, and 3 toms and a kick. And then that next Christmas, I think, or my birthday, whichever came first,
Right.
I asked my parents for a double bass pedal because I was listening to Avenged Sevenfold. They were like my favorite band at the time.
I won't hold that against you.
And the Rev was always playing double bass, so I was like, well, I gotta play some of that. And then that led to some Slipknot. I started learning like entire concerts. I would play along to entire concerts of Slipknot. And then I started playing some Lamb of God. And yeah,
Were you always into metal and stuff?
yeah, Guitar Hero is what got me into metal.
Guitar Hero is a
Actually,
great game.
Guitar Hero, and
I've got it if you
probably-
guys want to play it later.
Probably the WWE
Which one?
soundtracks.
All of them.
Which one's
You-
your favorite?
You haven't seen my other room yet.
But which one's your favorite? That's my question to you now.
Probably.
We know the answer. Wait, which one's your favorite?
2.
I know the answer.
Yeah, it's 2. Yeah.
It's 3. The fuck?
No.
3's so fucking good.
3 was good, but for me, 1 and 2 has had the best songs out of any of them.
Okay.
But I
Fair
think
enough.
I think 2 was probably my favorite. They had that Xbox 360 version with the bonus tracks on it. It's good shit.
I didn't know that.
Yeah,
Had no clue.
because
I had the Wii version.
at first,
Yeah, we had to put the little.
when they first did Guitar Hero and stuff like that, it was only on PS2.
Oh shit, really?
Yeah, and then Xbox 360 had came out. Well, PlayStation 3 and Xbox 360, and Xbox was like, "Well, fuck, we got to jump on this. We got to strike while the iron's hot." And then they
Yeah.
did that, and they started doing like the Rock Band and stuff, and it just went from there. Now Guitar Hero is fucking horrible. They switched it up. It's not the same
Yeah,
keys.
it's like the 3.
Yeah, it's
or
got
like
like
2.
it's got I think 2 or 3 on top and like 2 or 3 on the bottom. Yeah, it's
Instead of like red, green, or whatever, it's like
Yeah.
Yeah,
2
the 5.
on each. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
fucking weird.
it is weird.
They also don't really do metal anymore.
Yeah,
Guitar Hero.
it's all like pop shit, and
Yeah.
you know, and not that I'm against pop stuff, but like when it's like pop rock,
hmm
like get the fuck out of here.
So that's what
Yeah.
got you into metal? Was-
Probably that and the WWE soundtrack.
Dude, the WWE
Dude,
soundtracks
are,
hit
are,
so
you,
fucking
are you guys
hard.
wrestling fans?
Yes.
Yes.
'Cause
Not
I've-
as much as I.
Because I've
as I
got
once
wrestling
was.
games over there we could fucking play. I've got
SmackDown
fucking-
versus Raw
I've got-
soundtrack.
I don't know if I have that soundtrack, but I've got a bunch of fucking like wrestling stuff. I'm not a big wrestling fan so much anymore.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it just always holds a special place in my heart, you
Mhm.
know.
Yeah.
So
I was peak 2005 to 2014 maybe,
Oh wow.
and that was like my shit. But my dad was also a wrestling fan, so like I would watch the old matches with like Stone Cold and like
Right.
I can name a bunch of old wrestling shit, but like anything 2013 onward, nothing. Fucking nothing.
Yeah.
We watched the
Yeah.
pay-per-views just to like tune in on like WrestleMania, but
Yeah.
other than that, no.
Even if you're not a wrestling fan, WrestleMania is entertaining.
Literally.
But I will say this though, WWE for me has totally gone downhill. Like I tried to
Yeah.
get back into it a couple years ago, and I was like, man, this is just fucking garbage. Like they're not allowed to cuss anymore.
Yeah.
You know, like what happened to the tits and ass that used to be on here? You know, like back in the day, man. Like my prime was like the Attitude Era. Like from,
Oh yeah.
from like 1990 all the way up till damn, I'm sweating like a fucking whore in church. It's the meat sweats, I'm telling you. Up until like early 2000s, like right after the whole. No, because that was earlier than that. Yeah, probably like 2001, 2002 ish, somewhere in there. Before John Cena,
Mhm.
I got out before he fucked up wrestling.
Yeah, smart.
Yeah, but yeah, good stuff, man.
Yeah.
You know,
I mean, our favorite wrestler was Jeff Hardy, and he was well before our time.
Yeah.
yeah. Jeff Hardy's the shit. He's still doing it.
Yeah, I know. It's just
So-
fucking crazy.
Yeah, with all his fucking like drug problems and drinking habits and shit like that, you figured I thought he'd be fucking dead by now.
Yeah. Oh,
You
for
know,
sure.
I figured there'd be a fucking Dark Side of the Ring, special on him.
Mhm.
But no, not yet.
Yeah.
It'll happen now.
You know who was one that surprised me?
Who?
I think it was his name was Umaga.
Yeah, Umaga
died.
Yeah. Umaga, R.I.P.
Umaga, yeah. I'm trying to think. He was
Big Samoan guy, I think.
he was a big Samoan guy, but
He would
I'm
always
trying
throw
to think.
people in the corner and then shake his ass in their face.
that was Rikishi. But it was the same dude.
Yeah.
I was gonna say I think that's the same dude, yeah. But he was also that guy. Do you remember the Head Shrinkers?
No.
They're a really old tag team. He was one of them. He was
Oh,
one of the
shit.
tag teams, and then he was Umaga, and then he was Rikishi. I want to say.
Oh fuck. That's crazy.
Yeah. And of course, he's related to The Rock and Roman Reigns.
Mm-hmm.
And basically, if you're Samoan and you're into wrestling, you're related to fucking The Rock. so-
Literally.
Yeah. So, yeah, it's weird how like they got like the whole wrestling family thing going on.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but I guess that's good.
Yeah.
It's like a family business.
Good money.
Yeah.
Till you get out, then it isn't.
Yeah.
Let's see.
So you switch it up.
So Dan Crusader wants to know: do you guys play outside of your state?
Not currently. We have shows that are set up.
Technically, Ohio isn't our state.
Yeah,
Uh,
technically Ohio is in our state, but
I was gonna say like you guys are from Kentucky, technically. You're
yeah.
playing in Ohio.
So we do
But-
some Ohio stuff. We do have a show in January in Louisville, and then
Whereabouts in Louisville? Is John Clark running it?
no,
Do you know John Clark?
I know a John Clark, but I don't think he promotes shows.
Oh, okay.
But I don't know who set it up. I reached out to the venue. It's at Magnolia Bar. I reached out to them and I was like, "Hey, can we set up a show?" I was anticipating them to like just put us on a bill, but they're like, "Yeah, just save the date or pick whatever date you want, and then you have to reach out to the bands." I was like, "Fuck, all right." And they want like local Louisville bands, so I'm like, "Fuck, I don't know." Like, I'm not in Louisville, so I had to like do some research. So, any Louisville bands out there, we're still looking for one spot. Just hit me up.
I'll hook you up with my buddy John Clark, man. He'll,
Okay.
he'll get you guys
Okay.
taken care of.
Yeah, sick.
He's a cool cat, man. I met him years back, man.
I want to get to Indianapolis next year. Like once we finish the record, we have a few contacts out there, but nothing's set in stone right now. So
Right.
it's just a matter of waiting.
Hey,
We want to finish this record before we do anything large with touring and shit.
what kind of schedule are you guys looking at on finishing up?
So we have half of it recorded and like finished, and then half of that half is recorded, I think. So we're looking at anywhere between like February at the absolute earliest, but I'm like kind of doubtful on that,
Right.
and May I would say the latest, because like once we finish it, I think we talked about doing a music video, and we're probably gonna make some more merch and shit like that. Making sure the release is like ready and shit. But I'm excited. I think it's gonna be good. Early 2022 is where we're kind of looking. It'll be worth it though, because it's like
Oh, yeah?
13 tracks or some shit. So longer than the Numb EP. So if you liked that, you'll fucking love this, I think.
Oh yeah. I can't wait.
Yeah, it's exciting.
It is. Yeah.
I just can't wait for you guys to put out something on like a physical CD.
He's been fucking killing it on this one, on this record.
Oh yeah.
Because like we've been writing a lot more like deathcore and like faster paced shit, and he's like producing the fuck out of that. I can't.
So you're the mastermind then.
It's like
I wouldn't say that.
50-50.
A lot of the songs I've written for this album haven't been released yet.
Yeah.
So take that as you will, but yeah, for this album I wanted to push myself. Last album I did stuff that I knew I could do or was like barely pushing myself. Like
Right. You played it a little safe.
yeah.
Which I don't blame you. You know.
Which is partially because we wrote all that just by jamming. Like
Yeah.
it was just stuff that we would play on the fly and be like, "Hey, let's write that down."
Let's build off
Yeah.
of this and shit.
That's essentially how you
But
you make music, really.
But on this one, since we were all kind of quarantined and doing our own thing, we were all just kind of working on MIDI. So I wrote MIDI that isn't like too hard for me, but it'll definitely be difficult, especially to play live.
Right. So now, when you guys were all quarantined up, you guys were just doing like video band practices, or were you guys, like, fuck it, we're gonna get together, and if we fucking die, we die.
Well, we had to be a little.
bit of that.
I was gonna say we had a little bit of that, but we also had to be
Right.
careful because his grandparents were staying with them for a little bit, and they were like very susceptible to getting it, and like so we didn't want to do that.
Understandable.
A lot of it, like Dalton was saying, was like we just wrote it remotely. Like I can't play any fucking instrument. Like I can't play guitar, drum, anything. But I have software that, like Dalton said, we can like write the MIDI out, and I can play it back, and I can hear how it's gonna sound.
Right.
So a lot of how this record has gone is either Dalton will send a full MIDI track with guitar, bass, and drums, or I'll send something, and like I'll send him a song, and I'll be like, hey, I don't have drums for this chorus or whatever, could you fill it in? And then he'll just riff out on it and then send it back, and that's kind of how we've been building this one. It's a lot different than what we did last time with just jamming, but I kind of like
Right.
this way a lot better. I feel like I just flow better when I'm alone at my house and I can just do it.
Right.
But
Now, there are two other. Well, now there's three.
Yes.
Three other people
there's
in
a
the
third
band.
member,
Do
or
they?
fifth.
Do they contribute to the writing as well, or?
So each song is different. Last record, they definitely contributed a lot of shit. This one, I'm not gonna say they haven't contributed because they have, but Dalton and I have really like whenever we send stuff, we pretty much only send full demos. So by the time I send something to Dalton, the song's pretty much almost done.
Right.
And I'm always writing something. So like I try to do like a song a month when it comes to Wasted Away. So like I'll just constantly send stuff. But there are some songs where we all kind of collaborated. Like Kerosene, we wrote before we started writing remotely, and they all did that. When we do the final recordings, we have everyone do their part. So like we'll take the
Right.
MIDI, and then Kaylee will re-record with the guitars, and Jamie will do the bass and shit. So it's not gonna stay MIDI forever. But
Now I know how you guys know Kaylee.
yes,
Because, like I said, I was at your mom's house the other day, and she said, you guys are like brother and sister. Did you guys start playing music together, or was it like
Yeah.
you were just like, hey, you
So-
want to learn how to play guitar?
Kaylee and I started playing guitar at the same time, and then Kaylee never put down the guitar, and whereas I went to drums. But we've had many cover bands over the years. Over at Hazel Baker Music, we had a band with me, Kaylee, and Jamie, our bassist now. And we had just basically a rotating line of singers because we could never keep one.
You hadn't found
And
Dakota yet.
and rhythm guitarists too. Yeah. But we only played covers. We didn't really write anything back then.
Right.
We did. I do have some stage performance from then because we would do the Independence Christmas Walk, and so people would come up and we would just be jamming covers. Some 3 Days Grace, some Avenged Sevenfold.
Were you guys
just-
like actually like doing the walk down the street while playing? Like
we
on a
weren't. No,
trailer,
we
or-
were playing at Hazel Baker Music, and
Oh,
people
okay,
would
okay,
walk
gotcha.
in, and
Gotcha.
we'd be
okay.
playing upstairs in the big studio he had up there.
Okay. I was gonna say like that's kind of cool. Like you guys are like going down the street, almost like it's essentially the Christmas walk is almost like a fucking parade, really.
Yeah,
You know. So that'd be pretty cool. I've never seen anybody try that, but that's
we.
not what you guys were
I
doing.
mean, yeah.
So, like I was saying, I know how you know your sister, obviously. How do you guys know Jamie?
Jamie was our next door neighbor as children.
Okay.
Has been Kaylee's best friend since I've been alive. I mean, I'm only 2 years younger than Kaylee.
So you guys are pretty close knit then.
Yeah.
That's cool.
And then Quentin, we met.
That's the new guitar player, right?
Yes.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
We met him through our old guitarist Kyle. He was in a band called Deviated with Quentin. And
Deviated or deviate?
Deviated,
Okay. I was
like the
say-
septum.
Okay, gotcha. I was gonna say I know of a band called Deviate, but I've never heard of Deviated.
Yeah, they had a short run. He inevitably left our band and that band, and he moved to Florida. Still love him, cool guy.
Kyle, that is not
Yeah,
Quentin.
yeah,
Oh, okay.
Kyle.
You
Kyle's,
guys don't love Quentin?
no, we love
Yeah,
Quentin.
fuck that guy, man. I'm with you, man. Fuck it.
Well, I reached out to Quentin because he's in another band right now, or I don't know what the status is on that other band, but their drummer broke his ankle or something like that, and I just haven't seen them. I don't think they've met up since, and that was a couple months ago. And I've
Yeah.
seen Quentin practice on his Snapchat story all the time, so I'm like, I just didn't want that potential to like go waste. And we need a
Yeah.
fifth guitarist. We've talked about it for like a year now,
A fifth guitarist.
or a second guitarist, fifth member.
I was gonna say, damn, man, 5 guitar players. A minute ago, you guys had 2. Now you're up to 5. What the
Could
hell?
you imagine?
That's some Whitechapel shit right there.
Literally.
You guys
They got
ever heard
3.
of Clank or Circle of Dust?
No, I have not.
Yeah, Clank's the shit, man. It's a buddy of mine. He lives in, I think he's back in Texas now. But like early 90s, Florida-based band.
Mm-hmm.
Like, no shit, 5, 6 guitar players up on stage, just fucking hair everywhere. Fucking just as loud as you could fucking possibly handle.
Damn.
And they fucking rocked it.
Hell yeah.
They kicked fucking ass. It was,
Hell
it
yeah.
was brutal.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
I see Aiden asked why I don't sing my clean vocals when I live.
You know, before you answer that, let me just say this. You guys familiar with a band called Bring Me the Horizon?
Yes.
You guys fucking love them, right?
Yes.
They're awesome, right?
Yes.
Okay, no, they fucking suck.
Why?
Their first 2 albums were fucking great
Uh-huh.
because they had no clean vocals
Uh-huh.
and it was just brutal as fuck from beginning to end. I shouldn't say no clean vocals. They
Uh-huh.
had some, but it wasn't fucking bad. Then they decided they wanted to fucking play on the radio.
Mm-hmm.
And like Ollie Sykes' fucking voice just I can't stand it anymore.
I like
You know?
I like Sempiternal. That record fucking sick. And then everything they've released thus far from that hasn't been like the worst. They've had some like really questionable records. Like they have a record
Right.
with like a 29-minute song and it's actual instrumentals. The rest is like bullshit. And like I like them, but like I don't know. I just think that they definitely. I feel like a lot of people are upset because they like kind of ditched the heavy roots, but I feel like when they throw it in now, it's like it's a nice little treat.
It's a nice little treat, but man, I like to eat. You know what I'm
yeah,
saying?
they're
You
definitely
know?
not as heavy as they once were.
Oh
which
no,
is
definitely not. Like, well, we got some comments going on here.
what the fuck are you
Dude,
talking
Bring Me the
about?
Horizon are still very good. What the fuck are you talking about? No, like, like I hate to say it. That's your girl, right?
Is that
No, that's
Paola?
Aiden.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's his girl.
Which one was your girl?
Paola.
Oh,
She's
okay.
not. Yeah, she's at the
Yeah.
way top.
Oh, okay, yeah. Okay, well, never mind then. but yeah, like first 2 albums for me, the best shit they've ever done.
hmm
And then
I got some cool shit to
After
tell you
that.
afterwards. Then.
okay,
Yeah, I'll share it with you. I don't want to share it on the podcast, but
fair enough, fair enough. But for me, like, and I'll be honest with you, when I first heard you guys,
hmm
I heard the music obviously first, and my first thought was, please don't let the fucking vocals be shitty. And then I fucking heard you, and I was like, vocals ain't shitty.
Hey.
I'm gonna sit and check this out. And I think a lot of bands are like that for me.
Mhm.
And I don't know if it's, I don't know. I doubt I'm the only person that feels this way, but I don't give a fuck if you're like Slipknot. If they change singers,
Yeah,
and
it's
he-
not the same.
yeah, like, and they tried to like pull off like some clean sound and shit, like the fucking old ass remix of fucking Wait and Bleed, where they like toned it down a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I couldn't fucking handle it, man. I just couldn't fucking do it. And a lot of bands for me are like that. Like, I'll hear the opening track, I'm just like, okay, yeah, this has got some potential. And then the dude or whoever opens his mouth, and I'm like, well, I just fucking ruined it. You know, you had this fucking sick ass beat going, some heavy guitars,
Mm-hmm.
and then this fucking prepubescent fucking kid fucking stands up, opens his mouth, and sounds like shit. I can't handle it.
Yeah,
And
I
that-
feel that.
I think you would be into the Faceless then.
Yeah.
I think I've
They-
heard them.
They don't do a lot of cleans. When they do, they're very, very good.
Yeah.
Don't get me wrong, but it's mostly just like real deep growls. That's straight death metal right there.
Right. About the heaviest thing that I don't even want to say I enjoy it. I just kind of tolerate it. It's a band called Mortician.
Okay.
Have you
Yeah.
guys ever heard of Mortician?
Yeah.
I've heard, but I haven't like listened to.
It's literally 2 guys, a drum machine, and guitars. And you can't understand a word they say. It's all like, shit. It's like, you know, I wouldn't know what the fuck they were saying
Uh huh.
unless I read the liner notes, which I did because I'm fucking a nerd like that. But it's like, yeah, like I can dig that, but it's not
Mhm.
something I'm going to listen to every fucking day.
Yeah, I'm
Oh.
super picky with my metal.
Yeah.
Yeah. The thing that I really drew me into the Faceless is actually the instrumentals though, because one dude writes it all, and then
Okay.
he hires like studio musicians, as far as I know, and then he'll have like touring members as well. But like,
Right.
if you go to their wiki, the members page is just like a mile long.
You got to click next a few times.
Yeah.
But yeah, he writes just some of the most complex and like interesting stuff that I've heard in a very long time.
I'm going to have to check that out. Faceless. Is it The Faceless?
It's
or
The
just
Faceless.
Yeah,
The
The
Faceless.
Faceless.
Okay. I think I've heard of them, but I don't think I've actually heard them. But I'll check them out.
Aiden, to answer your question, sorry, I just don't want him to like keep waiting. Where was it? Fuck.
Oh, was there a question that I missed?
Oh, yeah, that's why I don't sing clean vocals live.
Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah.
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 We started talking about all this other shit. He's like, what, answer. So I don't do my clean vocals live just because it's kind of hard to hit the note at this point. Because like we
Right.
don't have in-ear
We can't hear each
monitors.
other.
Yeah, if we had in-ears, I would be able to do my live vocal cleans all the time. But like I have earplugs in, which when you have that, it kind of muffles, and it's hard to find the note when you're surrounded by all this loud shit. And the last
Right.
thing I want to fucking do is to go on stage right as the chorus hits, and then I'm about to come in with this fucking note, miss the note, and then it just sounds fucking stupid.
Yeah.
So I want to eventually do some more clean shit, and like we have some more clean songs on the way that I will do live, regardless if we have in-ears at that point or not. But just for these last few shows, I didn't want to do anything. We're also trying to get Kaylee on the harmonies live, because Dalton does screams live as well for backing. which he'll probably do more of that on this record. And then we want to get Kaylee on the harmonies live, but it's just a matter of getting me to not fuck up the note.
Yeah, I mean, 90% of the time when we're playing live, I can't hear anyone else.
Yeah.
I'm just playing the song, and if somebody fucks up, they better come back to me.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. As long as I hear Dalton, I'm fine. Like, if I hear the kick and I can keep the rhythm, I'm like, all right, we're fine. We're fine.
Have you guys had any problems like that while playing live?
No.
Somebody fuck up?
No, we never fuck up.
Oh, okay.
Never.
Never. Yeah, a lot. I take blame for a good portion of it. Sometimes I haven't been as bad. So like before, we had a.
We did go to a complete different part of a song.
We'll get there.
before.
We'll get there. we had a quick run of back-to-back shows which we were headlining, and I was like, well, I got time to kill. I'm gonna get a few drinks in me. I like me a few shots of Fireball and shit.
There you go.
And at one point in the song, I missed the cue for one of the intros, and then the second portion of that same song, I completely cut to the chorus like 8 measures early, and I didn't even notice.
We had a whole bit of breakdown left.
Yeah, a whole huge chunk. I just went into it, and like kudos to you all because you all saved it. Like I had no fucking. I didn't know until like the next practice. They were like, "Yeah, you fucked that up," and I was like, "No, I didn't." And I listened back, and I was like,
that show fucking rocked. What are you talking about, man? I killed it.
"I did fuck that up." But yeah, I wanna.
Was it that bad, or like when you heard it back, you were just like, that didn't sound all
It
that
just
bad.
sounded like we skipped that part.
But I
Oh,
don't think
okay.
you could tell. If
Yeah.
You like I couldn't tell, and I like when we did it. So I feel like
You wrote the fucking song.
yeah,
you
exactly.
couldn't tell.
Yeah.
But you also had a couple shots in you too, which is
Yeah. Now I do all my drinking after.
That
the
was
stage.
also a show that I was pretty wasted for too.
Yeah. I like taking shots and smoking a little bit before going on stage, but like
ease the nerves a little bit.
yeah. It's I've always kind of done it just because it helps me. Because I also feel like when I'm on stage, I just kind of let loose. Like I don't really get nervous. I just have to pee a bunch before we go on.
Yeah, you do.
I always look at Dalton like I'll go pee 15 minutes before like the band before us is like done, and then as we're loading up, 15 minutes later, I'm like, Dalton, I really gotta fucking pee. He's like, you just went. I'm like, I know. It's like I get a little like excitement and like shakes up until the first note hits, and then it kind of just cuts out. I'm like, once I hear that riff, I'm like,
you're in the
"Alright."
fucking zone. Then.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We had a show at Peacocks where like at one
First
point.
show.
Well, did you guys play with Head PE? Or
Yeah,
open
Yes,
for
we
Head
did.
PE?
Yeah.
Dude, I was gonna go to that show, but
That was our first show.
I hate to say it. My wife was kind of being a biatch that night,
Uh huh.
and I was just like, you know what? Fuck it. I'm not gonna go. Because Head PE for me is one of those bands. Like I've seen them so many fucking times.
Mm-hmm.
Like I've seen them back when they were fucking not trying to be like a reggae cover band,
Mm-hmm.
and then like the last like 10 times I've seen them, it's like, oh yeah, fucking Head PE's playing. It's just like, great. What song are they gonna turn into a reggae cover next?
I
You
don't think we met them. I don't.
We met a couple.
Yeah.
Jared's pretty cool.
I
He's
remember
pretty cool. He's down to
walking
earth.
by their tour bus and it just reeked of
None of-
weed.
Yep.
I was like,
none of us stayed. I was in college at that time, so, and it was a school night. And I was like, I gotta go.
Yeah,
home.
it was like Tuesday or something.
Yeah.
wasn't it?
Yeah.
it was such a fucking last minute show. It was so last minute.
It was thrown together by
I
the
wish
worst
I had went
promoter
to
in
it, man.
NKY.
yeah,
so.
don't drop his name, but everyone who promotes in Ohio, they know. But yeah, it was fucking shit show.
If you said the name, I'd probably recognize the name.
First letter D. DK initials.
I think so.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he's a fuck ass.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was
There's
very.
there's a
He
couple
made us
shady
pay to play
motherfuckers out
that
there.
show, I think, didn't
No,
What?
he did have me.
If we hadn't sold enough tickets, we would have paid to play.
He did have me drive up to a gas station at 2 a.m. to sign a contract, and he was like, "I need to know if you guys can play this show," and I was like, yeah, well, let me talk to the band." So it's like 3 a.m. I'm calling everyone, like waking everyone up, and they're like,
Hey,
"Can
sorry,
we
I know
just
you got to
talk?"
be at work in like 2 hours.
Yeah.
You want to play this gig?
Everyone was on board. I remember Kyle was upset because he had to work at he had college or work at like 8 in the morning, and I was calling him like 3. I'm like, "Please, just say yes. I just need a confirmation that we can do this."
I think I slept through that shit. I did not wake up. There's no shot I woke
You
up.
said yes. Everyone said yes because I made sure of it before I went through with it. It was a
Actually,
fun show.
you know what? I was probably just up because back then I just didn't sleep.
I don't sleep now. It's awesome. I hate sleep.
You guys are so young still.
Oh, I need at least 6 hours now.
Oh yeah.
I pretty much run off 4 to 6 a night. I don't like sleep.
I
I
thought
like
you were gonna say run off caffeine and
He does.
well, yeah,
energy
yeah.
drinks,
Yeah.
and
I can't do that shit anymore.
dude, I'll go to bed at like 4, and then I'll wake up at 8 for work.
Damn.
I don't like sleep. I like being productive and doing shit.
See, I don't like sleep either. I like to be up and
Mhm.
doing something. But if I don't fucking get sleep, I'm just dude, I got 4 kids I got to get up and wrangle
that's a-
every morning.
That's
So if I don't get some sleep,
Mm-hmm.
I'm just a fucking wreck the next
Yeah.
day.
I got to get up at 5:30 every morning to go do my job.
Damn.
Yeah. And if I'm not sleeping by like 11:30, I got a problem.
Oh yeah.
Is this chair heated?
I think you're just
Not that
sweaty
I'm-
as
not
I was
that
gonna
I'm
fuck.
say I might
aware
just
of.
be fucking sweaty.
You know, usually it's like kind of chilly down here.
Uh-huh.
So today I was like, man, it's getting a little cold outside. I'm gonna kick the heater up like 2 degrees. I was like it'll warm up the downstairs nice. You know, it'll be comfortable. But
Mhm.
then I think it just fucking made it hot.
I fuck with it. I thought it was a little
I'd
nice.
always
little
rather
heat.
be hot.
See, I like being cold, but because you can always warm up.
Exactly,
It's
that's what
hard
I
to
always say.
it's hard to cool down.
You can be naked and still be hot.
Aiden wants to know, Dalton, what's your dream? Well, both of us, but Dalton, what's your dream label to be on?
Yeah.
Metal Blade.
Metal Blade?
Metal Blade.
I would have to say,
I know yours is Sumerian.
yeah, Sumerian, dude. Oh my God, don't get me started on Sumerian. We almost fucking played for Sumerian. That was
Really?
Yeah.
What happened with that?
COVID.
Oh, yeah.
And it was with that promoter. He wanted us to play at what was it? It was some Sumerian held festival, and they were looking for artists, and he called us a bunch, and he's like, "We want you to play." What was that band you mentioned earlier? Soulfly.
Soulfly, yeah.
He had another show for us where like that guy was gonna be there, like the guitarist or some shit, and we were gonna be able to meet him and shit. But yeah, COVID fucked all that up. But
And we just didn't want to work with that
yeah, I
guy.
didn't want to work with him after
He was so sketchy.
all that. But yeah, Sumerian would probably be one of mine. Or Fearless. Fearless treats their artists really fucking nice. Like they're one of the best record labels that I've heard of. I know Rise is pretty good too, but like if you're not that pop metal core sounds, they don't really push you as hard.
Bring me the horizon. What?
Yeah, pretty much. If you're not like that or Crown the Empire.
Yeah.
I love Crown the Empire though. But those are my two. Someone said Fearless. Yep. It's a good fucking record. Right now we're just riding the independent way. Fucking
That's the way to do it.
yeah.
The only thing I think record companies are good for is promoting.
I talked.
Because they know everybody.
Mhm.
Then they got the money to plaster your shit everywhere.
Have you ever heard of the band Cane Hill?
I think I've heard of them.
So
Sounds familiar anyway.
the past year, I befriended their vocalist Elijah, and I would play like Valorant and all that with him and shit. And I was chatting with him, and one of the things he asked me, or one of the things I asked him was like, "Do you think it's smarter to go the label route or keep independent?" And they had just signed off of their label, so like now they're completely independent. And he was like, "The only thing a label is truly good for is money." He's like, "If you have a credit card, you have a label." Like he's like, "That's it." So I was like, "Well, fuck it, I got a credit card."
Yeah.
Like, and sure as shit, now we have what are we, 1,400 in debt with.
We're slowly making our way backwards. We're down
Yeah,
to 12.
Jesus Christ, we fucking dropped 1,400 on equipment, and now it's shitting out.
Yep. We definitely need to get that
That
in
guitar
order
head.
with Sweetwater.
Did you guys get the warranty?
Sweetwater has like 2-year warranty on most things, so
Yeah.
Yeah, but if we don't,
it's only been a couple months. So
Now,
yeah,
the amp in question, is that the one that went all wacky at your
Yeah.
show?
yeah. I
Yeah.
don't know what the fuck happened.
That was so shitty. Like
Mhm.
during the last song, I was like, "Fuck yeah!"
Yeah, there's
You
just
know, and then
it was just straight
the last
feedback.
half of the
Yeah.
song, yeah, I was just
literally
like,
no
"Damn."
tone.
I could hear the feedback, and I saw Kaylee just walk over to the amp and just stop playing entirely and try to fix it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it was something busted for nuisance, and then that was it.
You guys just rocked too fucking hard.
I
That's what it was.
we've only had it for like 3 months. I don't know what the fuck happened. We think, from what we were told, it sounds like a tube in the amp head busted.
Yeah.
We don't know for sure.
I was gonna say, is it tube or is it solid state?
Uh,
But you answered that.
yeah. So
It's tube.
I think a tube busted in there. We gotta get looked at still. But we
Right.
have Quentin said he was gonna let us use his amp for the 2 shows we have, the 19th and the 22nd. So we're covered there. So anyone who comes to see us live, they'll still hear us. And they're not gonna hear the fucking ringing. Hopefully, I don't know why it was so bad. Like we've had issues where it was ringing before, and we just turned the amp down and the mix and the console up, but nothing was working with this one. So I was like, fuck.
We also have no luck with pedals.
Yeah, pedals.
Pedals just die on us.
Yeah,
Damn.
a lot of shit going down.
Sounds like it. I don't know. I never really was much of a pedal guy when I used to play a lot. I say that. Well, I was a pedal guy until I realized like I could just have like a rack unit
Mm-hmm.
and just go off that.
Yeah.
So then I was like, fuck pedals, man. Like the only thing I need a pedal for now is like, switch between my different banks of sounds and shit.
Yeah, I want to go digital soon, but we got to finish paying off this shit first, and then dive into the digital realm of everything.
Right on.
I want to.
First thing we need is triggers for my kicks.
Do you want to go with triggers?
I want just kick trigger though. We don't need the rest. I just need kick triggers because
You're gonna
I
have
have
like
to
a
play
really
so-
nice.
yeah, I have to play really quietly for like the 30-second notes of disgust. I'm like playing like
Yeah,
I'm so quiet. I know I am.
that's one of my favorite things about writing MIDI for this new record. I will write shit because I don't play an instrument. I don't know what the fuck is possible.
Right.
There are parts where I'll write and he'll need a third or fourth hand to actually play it like how it's written.
Yeah.
And I'm like, yeah, that sounds fucking good, and he won't be able to play
Like,
it.
yeah, it sounds good, but there's only one of me, bro.
Yeah, literally. I'll do that a lot with guitar. Sometimes I'll copy the guitar bass over so the bass is like fucking shredding, and I'm like, oh Jesus. What's that question? Aiden said, "What's the dream lineup?"
Yeah, Dream Tour lineup. Who would you guys
Tour
play with?
lineup?
Yeah. You guys headlining. Who's your supporting acts?
Oh, well, I mean, I wouldn't put these bands below me by any means, but probably Rivers of Nile, Whitechapel, and The Faceless would be my 3 openers, I guess.
There you go.
Okay. I would say The Plot and You. The Plot and You, Lorna Shore, and probably Whitechapel. I feel like that'd be a crazy setup.
If I had to add a 4th, Brand of Sacrifice, because those guys go
So you like really
fucking
heavy
hard.
shit.
Those guys go so hard.
I'd add Attila. They like to party a lot, so I feel like it'd be a really fun fucking tour. But I'm just not into like as heavy of metal. Like if I like it, but I'm super fucking specific. I'm like you. Like if the vocals aren't exactly what I'm looking for,
Right.
next.
There was like this was just recently. I can't even think of the name of the fucking band. It's like fuck. I can't even think of how the song goes now. It's a popular ass fucking song, but it's like a cover. They're like British or European or some shit.
Mm-hmm.
And like I was reading an article about them, and I was like, man, they sound like pretty legit. Like I wanna hear what they sound like. And I searched up their song that they're famous for, and I watched them do it live because I think if a band can pull it off live, better than on an album, then they're actually pretty fucking good. But like as soon as I heard it, I was like, oh, I know this fucking song. This is that band. And I was just like, nah, like I don't see why everybody's all hard dicked over this band. Like they're not. They're more like a pop rock kind of thing. What the fuck is their name? It's like Beggin' is the song. But I can't remember the name. It's like Maine something. I don't fucking know. But the article that I was reading, they were like, yeah, they're like going to be the next big thing and blah, blah, blah. And I was like, okay, well, if they're going to be the next big thing, I got to hear what they sound like. And I watched it. I was like, I know this song. And I was like, they're not all that great. I was like, yeah, it's catchy.
Mm-hmm.
But I was like, let's go to a different song. And like, I couldn't, like 20 seconds in, I was just like, yeah, they're not going to be shit for me. I say that, and then like 2 years from now, I'll be like, man, they're fucking great, man.
Yeah,
You know?
that's how it goes. That's how
Yeah.
it goes.
Yeah. But I don't know. What kind of time are we at here? What's that time? say over here?
110.
110. Yeah, we're definitely over.
Any more questions?
If you hadn't have asked me, I probably could have asked you a bunch of questions. But,
Dan Crusader said
Same.
drums on the song "Disappointment" are amazing.
Thank you.
there you go.
That was the first song we jam made.
Was it?
That was, yeah. Me and Kyle. Kyle just played that opening riff,
Mm-hmm.
and then I played the double bass part. And he was like, for the verse, you gotta use the ride bell. And I was like, all right.
Writing
That
was so much different then.
It was. It really was. It was simpler.
Yeah. Now it's like we need to have this fucking complex fill, or else it's not going to be good. Stupid shit like that.
That's the way writing music goes.
Yeah.
What
Now
What I always hated was you do out a whole song and you'd be like, man, this is fucking killer. And then you'd be like, oh, I'm gonna work on something else. And then like you go back to it like a week later and you're like, man, what the fuck was I thinking? Like,
that's
I've learned so much in a week. Like this is
the-
trash now.
the things that I've written have been rewritten
Oh yeah.
multiple times.
Nothing is ever the final version.
Yeah.
I do all the mixing for our shit right now. We're talking about sending the rest of the record off to a mix engineer, just because I'm getting to that point where like I've always been super critical of myself, but like as far as mixing, I'll hear something and I'll be like, that cymbal is like 0.5 decibels too loud, and it bothers the fuck out of me. So I'll go in, open Reaper, blah blah blah, version 98 or whatever, 99, 100, and like.
And then he'll send it to me, and I'll be like, you need to turn the kicks up.
Yeah, he'll always find something, and I'm like, fuck. So I think just hiring someone who is outside of the band with fresh ears, we can just push that responsibility onto them for a little bit.
There you go.
Have time to focus on some other projects.
Yeah, like figuring out if we want orchestral parts or not, because we cannot decide.
I'm cool with orchestral parts, but we need to do it on a backtrack. I'm not hiring a whole orchestra.
No, I mean, no, not for that. I mean, like, you know what song I'm talking about, but we rewrote a song, and I had already written this. It's a really good orchestral part.
It is. It's not bad.
But now we've decided that it doesn't fit this song. I had like already written this part, and I chucked it into the middle of this song, and now we've gone back on it.
What you got to do? Keep it on the back burner. Once the song is released and you guys are happy with it and everything, do like an acoustic version of it. Slow it
Could
down
do
a little
that.
bit.
I do want to do acoustic. I know.
I was gonna ask you guys. I was like,
acoustics or
do you-
something.
like, you guys want to come on and do like an acoustic song?
I would.
You know,
If we had one, I would love to do one today. But like, I want to do acoustics and like throw it on like a deluxe of the record or something.
yeah.
I know. We're talking about when the full record is out and released in early 2022.
Right.
We're talking about having someone at the guy who did our music video. He does. His name's James. He does live set recordings as well, and like he gets the recordings from the console. So whatever you hear live is how it sounds, and he has like 3 tripods, and he has like an extra camera like that follows you and shit. So I was like, we need to set up like a CD release show, and then just fucking record playing the entire record or whatever live, and then we could throw the audio on like a deluxe version, maybe an acoustic or 2, and then we'd have like live versions, an acoustic, maybe an extra song, because we have 2 or 3 in the back burner folder at this point. But
Heck yeah.
I'm just excited to get it out. It was originally wasn't supposed to be this fucking long, but now here we are.
Hey, COVID fucked up a lot of things for a lot of people. So
Well, I would have just delayed it more because we would have just been focusing on shows.
Yeah,
We had
That's
just released
true.
an album or an EP when COVID hit.
that-
yeah.
that is true. Yeah.
we had technically, this record that we're writing now originally was supposed to be an EP, like a little 6-track EP, and we had that finished in April, May. We could have released it then, but at that point, shows weren't back here. Like
There was no point in
yeah,
it. Yeah.
there was like shows in Florida and shit. So we were like, well,
Well, that's
nothing.
just 'cause Florida.
Yeah, but I was like, nothing here is opening up. So, and I've seen so many bands like Fit for a King, to name a few. They'll release a record, but they can't tour on it. So like, there's no hype around it, and it kind of
Yeah.
they kind of fall off. And I was like, I don't want that. I don't want to work on this for a year and then it fall off. So we pushed it back, and then we had all these demos that were like kind of half done. So then we finished those, and then once we finished those, everything started opening up again. And we were like, well, fuck, now we have to record these because these are too good to just throw away at this point. So
Yeah.
it's a process, but it's coming at some point. We have the album art, so that's
We'll keep an eye out for it.
yeah. Early 2022.
Before we get out of here, what would you guys say is like your biggest song?
Our
Or if you could recommend
Favorite?
one
Our
song.
favorite song?
Yeah, like if somebody said, "Hey, you know,
From our band?
I'm trying to from
Okay.
your all's band, yeah." If somebody was like, "Hey, you know, I'm trying to find some new music here. What do you guys got for me?"
Well, I enjoy just plain old Numb on the Inside because
can we do one released and one unreleased? Because my favorite song is not
True.
released yet.
Sure,
mine is
yeah.
mine is as well.
Okay, you go first.
Well, released would be Numb on the Inside, and unreleased would be a song that I believe we are calling. What's production?
Oh, that's Seeking Solace.
Seeking Solace.
Seeking
yeah,
Solace is
so
pretty fucking
Keep an eye
wild.
out for that one.
My favorite that
Alright.
we've released so far is probably Nuisance. I feel like we did a lot with that one that we haven't really done before. And that was our first kind of dive into the professional production quality of it, like, because we went really hard with the mixing and making sure everything sounded absolutely how we wanted it to.
Right.
Favorite unreleased track, I would have to say Seeking Solace is good, but I would probably say a track called Disassociate, and it's my favorite, and it's also not done yet, but it's getting there.
It's a work in progress.
Yeah, it's
That one's
almost
gonna
done.
kick my ass, dude.
Dude, I wrote that one, and I was like, he's not playing this. He's not playing this. But yeah, no, the guitars on that are pretty wild. I'm excited to see where we go from with 5 though. I feel like 5 is going to be pretty. Just having a 5th member and adding a lead will add a cool little element. So I don't know how much of that is going to make it into the final record though, because we kind of have everything written for the most part.
Right.
So Quentin might not. He'll probably be heard on the record. Like, he'll probably riff out and record some shit. But like, actually having his own part probably won't be until the next one, which is
Right.
unfortunate. But
You might get to do the lead on Seeking Solace.
I know Prisoner has a lead part, so it's simple, but he can do it. But yeah, this has been fun.
All right.
I'm definitely down. This is fun.
I'm glad you guys had a good time, man.
Yeah.
You know, I don't know if I'll be able to make it out to your next couple shows, but if I can, you can count me in.
Hell yeah, hell yeah,
Probably be me and my oldest son.
hell yeah. Cool,
He-
cool, cool.
He's into all kinds of music and loves seeing live shit.
Cool.
So-
Hell yeah. We appreciate you coming out and like.
All right. I appreciate you
spend
guys
the day
putting on a
with us
good
and shit.
show, man. It was fun.
Sorry that
It was a good
the
time.
the amp fucked up.
It's not your fault, man. It's okay though. We got some more comments here.
Aiden said, "I hope when I get my ass to make music, it won't be terrible." Aiden, you got this. Just do it.
You just gotta make terrible music until it's not terrible.
Yeah, that's what we did.
I've heard a lot of bands make terrible fucking music.
Just wait till
and
I
be
show you
successful.
our last band.
What was it?
So just wait till I show you our last band.
Okay.
It's rough.
Oh man. Oh, my buddy Dank says I'll spread the word out here in LA to check you all out.
Thank you very much.
Thank
We
you,
appreciate
man.
that.
Dank's the shit, man.
Hell yeah.
He's a good friend of mine. I went out to LA for the first time the end of June, and never met this guy. Couldn't pick him out of a fucking lineup.
Uh-huh.
I just know him because he watches the show every week,
Hell yeah.
and I hooked up with him, and he fucking picked us up from the airport and took us out to breakfast, and
Hell
took,
yeah.
took me to my rental car, and cool fucking dude, man.
Last,
yeah.
last year I had a friend fly in from Nevada who I met playing Minecraft at the age of like 11.
Right.
And we've just been gaming ever since. And I got to meet him for the first time in person last year. It's fucking sick.
It's cool when you meet somebody
Yeah.
like you kind of know a person,
Mm-hmm.
and then like you meet them, and you're just like, well, they're nothing like I had expected.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Jake's a homie. He hears everything that we do. Like I'll send him version 8 of a fucking mix or version. I'll be like, "What do you think of this?" Because he's an outside perspective. I'll be like, "What do you think of this?" He's like, "It sounds great." And I'm like,
That's not what I want.
"That's not what I want.
Tell me
I
it's
need
shit.
yeah, tell me it's shit and tell me what's wrong with it."
You
These
gotta have
cymbals are too damn loud. I know it.
you gotta have somebody like that, because if you've always got people telling you, yeah, it's good, yeah, it's
Mhm.
good, when it's really not,
Yeah.
it just hurts you.
Oh
you
yeah,
know?
Jake will tell me, like when Jake says it's good, I know that he means it, because there are times I'll send him something and he'll be like, I like it, but it's just not for you, or it's I don't like this part of it, and like I'm like, all right, I
Right.
like that honesty, but be easy on me, goddamn.
Fair enough. So once again, before we get out of here, where can everybody find you on social media?
So our Facebook and our Twitter is Wasted Away Band, and then our Instagram is Wasted Away Official. We also have all of our shit on like Spotify, iTunes, and we have a YouTube. So if you just type in Wasted Away, you'll find our music videos. We have more music videos on the way. So yeah, we appreciate you having us on here, my man.
Hey, I appreciate you guys coming in, man.
Absolutely,
It was
it's
a
been
good
fun. We got
time.
a nice setup. I like
It's all right. Like I said, it's ghetto fabulous. It's not too bad, but much like music, it's a work in progress.
I like that. I
Eventually, I'm going to finish this place out and get up a lot more soundproofing, shit like that. So,
Oh
eventually.
yeah, before we
one day-
go,
Yeah.
yeah. Well, how'd you get the name?
Ah,
I've been wanting to know
I
this.
almost forgot about this. So, when I first started doing this, I was back in 2013 with my best friend Tim, who obviously doesn't do the show anymore
Mm-hmm.
for a whole nother different set of reasons, which we can get into that at a later date. But like, he came to me, and he was like, "Hey, I want to do a podcast." And I was like, "Fuck yeah, that sounds awesome. What's a podcast?" And he was like, it's like a radio show, but on the internet. And I was like, okay. I was like, what the fuck are we gonna call ourselves? We gotta have a name. We just don't want to be Tim and Jerry. Fucking
Yeah.
it's not the Tim and Jerry show. We gotta have something. And he was like, man, you remember back in the day when we had like really huge dreams of being like radio personalities and shit, like Howard Stern level type shit.
Okay.
And I was like, fuck yeah, like that was always our dream, when we were younger. And he was like, remember we always used to fuck around, call ourselves the Kentucky Hop Brown Boys? And I was like, yeah, I remember that. What it was, have you ever had a Kentucky Hop Brown?
No, what is that?
It's
So like a hash brown?
no.
Oh, okay.
It's like an open faced sandwich. You got 2 pieces of bread, or in some cases 1 piece of bread, and you got layers of sliced turkey and sliced ham, and it's got like bacon
Okay.
and a tomato.
Sounds
And
very Kentucky.
It's fucking great. It was actually created at the Kentucky Derby, like fucking, I don't know, a long ass fucking time ago. But it was like one of those specially prepared dishes, like
Mhm.
nobody's ever made this before, and I'm going to sell it at a horse race. But if you've ever had one, you'll know they're fucking delicious.
Mhm.
And just so happens, like around that time, we were like hunting them down, like trying to find places that had, a really good Kentucky hop brown. And you guys know Strauss House down in Covington?
I think I've heard of that.
Yeah, I've heard of it. I haven't. I don't think I've been to it.
It's like I guess it's good. I don't know. I've been thrown out of there a bunch. But they had one, and it wasn't like a traditional Kentucky hot brown. Like they kind of revamped it with like some melted cheese and shit. And I was like, damn, that's pretty fucking good. But if you ever get down there, I don't even know if it's still on the menu or not, but you should try it. It's really fucking good.
Well.
But any place, I've never had a bad one.
Mhm.
So if you're ever at a place and you see it on the menu, give it a shot.
Okay, for sure.
But yeah, but back then, like I said, we were just, we were going out trying to find like, who had them, who had the best one around, shit like that. And, we were just fucked up one night. We were like, man, we're the fucking Kentucky Hot Brown Boys, and then that's how we
how it
came
be.
up with it pretty much. Yeah.
How it is. It's how it is.
Yeah. So no huge exciting story, nobody jumped off a roof or,
Yeah.
nothing crazy like that, got arrested or anything, but yeah.
True.
Pretty
true.
simple.
I was just
Yeah.
curious. I never knew.
Yeah, you know.
I always like to know how people make their names for their projects and shit.
How did you guys come up with Wasted Away? Spin it back on you.
So, we didn't have a name for the longest time actually. When we wrote the full Numb on the Inside EP with no name, and we have been throwing some names out. I think I might still have the note that has like 30 or 40 names.
We were down to 3.
Yeah, we had it down to 3, and I don't even think we went with any of them because we ended up using a song lyric. It's but we had a song. It's called Bad Luck, and yeah, Bad Luck, and that was just making sure it was the right song for a second there. That song, the chorus is wasting away while you're drowning in your bad luck, and like we write a lot about that type of shit. So like just mental health and depression and shit, and I was like, well, wasting away. I feel like wasted away, as it's already happened, so type of shit. So we just
Right.
took a lyric, and then I pitched the idea, and the rest was history. That's where we're at now. So yeah, I think we definitely went with the best option. The other ones were like
Not good.
they were like super cringe. It was like verb or adjective the verb or whatever. It's like, crown the empire, blank the blank. And I was like, oh, this is cool, but nothing was really coming out. And then we wrote the lyrics for Wasted Away, and I was like reading through it. I was like, yeah, I like that. So that's how we came up with our name.
It's pretty cool.
Yeah.
You guys got a little bit of history behind it.
Yeah, a little bit.
That's
But yeah.
It's interesting, man. We'll have to have you guys back on again, man.
Yeah, absolutely. Once we get closer to finishing the record, we'd love to come back on.
Yeah, that'd be great.
Hell yeah. Promoting shit and chat it up and talk more. We'll have more answers about, like, how fucky the next 3 or 4 months are going to be. Because we still have to... We have guitars, drums, and bass for, like, 6 songs we still have to record.
We have to figure out how to record the drums.
Yeah. We're trying new drums for the second half of this recording, so hopefully it doesn't sound like shit. If it does, we'll just have to do the same old. But
Hey, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. That's what I always say.
yeah. But
But even if it's not broke, I mean, you can still improve it somehow.
oh yeah. Even if we like layer the two with the like how we originally do it with Dalton's kit, the problem is that we have like an interface like that, except
Yeah.
our interface has 2 inputs, and we each have a 2-input interface.
And we have a 2-input mixer.
And we have a
we have an 8-input mixer, but it only has 2 outputs.
Yeah, so we're trying to record a 6-kit channel with like 3 separate computers all running an interface.
Oh wow.
Yeah, it's pretty nightmarish, but we haven't tried it yet, but we're gonna hope it works, and then hopefully it works. That's all I can say. It's gonna be a rough couple months with just recording, finishing that up, and then doing shows and.
Not to mention day jobs in the meantime.
Yeah, day
Yeah.
jobs for sure. I've been thinking about picking up my bass and tracking some of the easier parts of the bass just to kind of get that done ish.
Out of the
and-
way,
Yeah.
yeah.
And then the parts that I can't necessarily do, I can just have Jamie record, and then it's a process. It's gonna be a stressful couple months, but it'll turn out well. I think people will like it because it has some of our softest shit, but also some of our heaviest shit. So
I'm definitely looking forward to it.
hell yeah, thanks,
And
man.
you guys said you're putting out like a physical CD with this one?
Yes, so we'll have
We
a
want to.
Okay.
yeah, we'll have a
I'm-
CD.
I'm gonna say I've done told you I'm a physical guy. You gotta give me that CD.
I had a friend. I have a friend. His name's Sam. He was telling me about this. I'd have to look more into the site, but it's like the site where people can, instead of buying X amount of a stock on vinyl, so like, I think selling our record on vinyl would be pretty cool. But instead of being like,
Vinyl outsold CDs. Like
yeah, so
it
instead
has
of,
for years.
instead
crazy.
of being like, hey, I have 20 vinyls because vinyl's fucking expensive. It's like a
Yeah,
site
it's-
where you
Made
set
to
a
order
price.
Kind of stuff.
Yeah, and then people can like pledge, okay, here's the money, and then if it gets funded enough, it's kind of like a GoFundMe kind of thing, but it's specifically for vinyls. I'd have to look into it, but like
Right.
once it gets funded, they just start making them, and then we don't have to. Yeah,
Fair enough. We got some more comments, questions up here.
Aiden said, I still remember getting rejected to join the band. You didn't get rejected. Okay, you did get
You
rejected.
did get rejected, but it's because you're too young.
Yeah, he was 19. No, he was
He was 16.
16 at the time, and
We were playing bars.
yeah, and the only venues we had played at the time were Peacocks and Legends. And Legends is all ages, and Peacocks is 21 up. So I didn't know if all bars were going to be 21 up or how that was. Like, they almost had a hard time getting me in. They had a hard time getting her in, and
They
she's
had
the
a hard
same.
time getting me in too. I
Yeah.
was 19 at that time.
Yeah, so it was, but yeah, he was just too young at the time. But he plays good. He just couldn't do it.
Fair enough.
But he's starting his own band and shit. And hit me up if you want me to help with anything. I'm down. I love co-writing for bands.
That's awfully nice of you.
Yeah, I've been.
Well, he does it for money.
Yeah, I gotta get that.
Hey, that's the name of the game, though, man. You know?
Well, yeah, with like the pandemic, I had a lot of fucking free time. So on top of writing for the band, I've also been writing. I have like 2 solo records I'm just sitting on. I want to record at some point, and then I've been doing co-writes for bands. I haven't heard anything get released though, but I wrote them. So,
Yeah.
but like I like doing co-writes. It's fun. It's always different.
It's just nice to have something to work on.
Yeah.
You know,
I
something
had
to keep you busy.
exactly. I like cranking shit out and getting like just. I like to like I'm trying to do. I think my record or my goal for this year was to do 30 to 45 new songs this year.
In a year, wow.
Yeah, I've gotten 33 done. So I'm just trying to get these next few months cranked out while also finishing the Wasted record. So anyone who likes fucking music, there's a lot coming.
I just get moments of inspiration
Check
that
out-
last a week, and I write a song in those times.
Dank says, check out my homie's band, Trapped Within Burning Machinery.
Trapped Within Burning Machinery.
That's
All right.
that's a mouthful.
Yeah,
That
goddamn.
is.
Yeah.
That's a sad ass headline.
Yeah. Like, I was cool after, like, Trapped Within, and then he threw on that Burning Machinery. I'm just like, dang, like, that's hardcore.
That's funny.
But all right, we are going to get the fuck out of here now. I want to thank you guys again
Absolutely.
for coming in and putting on a hell
Absolutely.
of a show 2 weeks ago. Hopefully I can make it out to some of your upcoming shows. Hopefully, fingers crossed.
I'll give you a
Wish
list of
us-
everything we have coming up.
That'll
for
work.
ya.
That'll work. Make sure you follow us on all social media at KYHBB Official. I'm trying to think what the fuck else I usually say here. I don't fucking know. It's been a long day. But I want to thank everybody for tuning in. I want to thank everybody who commented. Dank, I want to give a big thank you to you. You're always my homie. If you like us, tell a friend. If you hate us, tell 10 friends. With that being said, I'm Jerry Saylor.
I'm Dalton.
I'm Dakota.
Stay sober, Toby. We're the fuck out. Where's my sounds? Here we are. Peace.